Culinary students. My name is Miss Hamilton.
And I'm Mr. Yerton, student teacher in Culinary, and I'll be with you this trimester.
We are really excited to start the new school year for 2020-2021. It's going to be a lot different. As you can see, Mr. Yerton and I are wearing masks. Hopefully in the future, we'll be able to take these masks off. Although we are 6 feet apart, we thought since the beginning of the year, we should practice safety measures with you guys keeping you in mind. Okay, just messed up, stop. There's gonna be times if we do have a mask on, it might be a little difficult for you to understand us. So we're gonna try really hard to project our voice and speak very slowly so you can understand us. There may be times that we have our masks off because our state is allowing us to be closer, working together, and taking our mask off. As you all know, we are mandated that if you're in a classroom together, that you have to have masks on. So when you come back to school, we will have our masks on, and you will have your mask on. There's a couple things that we would like to go over before we start today. And the first thing is, we really want you to follow some of our Zoom procedures. Mr. Yerton?
Yeah, so for the Zoom procedures, it would be really helpful if you guys could put your first and last name in the participant section. That way we could get to know who you are, and then it would be a lot easier to take attendance. And we really would appreciate if we could get you to put your faces on the Zoom. I know everyone doesn't always want to do that. It could be a little awkward, but it's hard to kind of see and get to know who you are through a camera, but it would be really helpful to make that connection this year.
And that way when you come back to school, because we are really trying to be positive right now, we're hoping to be back in school as soon as we can, and that way we'll already know a little bit more about you. We'll be able to connect your face with your name. Now that you understand our procedures, what we'd like to do is tell you a little bit about us. First of all, I have been teaching for 34 years. I'm actually going into my 34th year teaching. I started teaching when I was like 22, so I'm really excited to start this year. I never dreamed that I'd be sitting in front of you through a video lens with a mask on, with my student teacher with a mask on. But you know what, like I said, we're gonna make it through. I actually graduated from Bethel High School back in 1982. I'm probably older than a lot of your parents, or I probably taught some of your parents. But I'm really excited to keep doing what I love the most, and that is teaching family and consumer sciences. I have 2 children. One is 26, and she graduated from Bethel High School. And then I have a son who is actually going to be a family and consumer sciences teacher himself in 1 year. He is going to WSU, and he is really excited. He's 22 years old as well. And I love to bake. I love to make cookies. I enjoy doing a lot of antique shopping for things for my classroom. When you're able to enter the classroom, you'll see my entire classroom is full with lots of different kind of antiques. And I love to spend time with my dogs. I love to sew. I basically love to do things for other people. That's kind of something that I really enjoy, and that's my passion. How about you, Mr. Yerton? What are some things about you?
I'm actually a student under Miss Hamilton. I went to Cougar Mountain Junior High and had her in 9th grade for culinary, and it was just one of my favorite classes. So I kind of pursued that after I graduated from Bethel in 2015, and now I'm finishing my last year at Central, trying to become a teacher. And I've lived in Graham my whole life. This area is everything to me, and it's a really awesome opportunity to be back in the school that I graduated and help the students that are now going through it.
Well, you've heard a little bit about us, and we're excited to hear a little bit more about you. We'll be doing a little activity later on. For those of you that was not able to be at our Zoom meeting, we will have the assignments all set up on Canvas, and that's something that we want you to all know. There'll be times that you may not be able to make it to a Zoom meeting. You might be taking care of family members, or you may be at a doctor's meeting, or please, let's hope you don't sleep through our meetings, but we will definitely be having them recorded. We will also have things all set up on Canvas. This is not an Edgenuity class. Everything will be on Canvas, and I know a lot of you are used to that. Mr. Yerton and I are both creating assignments and lessons. We'll be grading them. We will be available to help you at any time. We understand this is a very difficult time. You are not probably wanting to be at home all day long. and there'll be times where we'll be on Canvas, we'll do a Zoom meeting, we'll explain the assignment, we'll have you leave the meeting, and then give you time to work on assignment. We'll leave our Zoom meetings open so you can come back on and ask us questions. Anytime you need to email us, or if your parents need to call us, they can do that. We are here to help you, and one of our main things that we want to do is teach you how to cook. Now, I understand Mr. Yerton and I have talked, it can be extremely difficult. How do I learn how to cook on a video? Well, we have some videos set up on Canvas, but Mr. Yerton and I decided we're going to do some really fun things. When you're supposed to be sitting in class with Mr. Yerton and I for an hour and 10 minutes, there's going to be times that we show you some really cool little quick make and takes. And so for the first day of class, some of you are just seeing this video after the first day. Some of you are watching this prior to the first day. And we have a fun little food lab that we have created. It's a really cool recipe, and we're going to be showing that to you on Zoom. So we hope that a lot of you are actually going to come to our Zoom meetings. We're actually expecting you to, but sometimes, there is a chance that you might, not be able to make it. So we're going to have some really fun, what I call takeaways, okay? And we'll be explaining more about that next week.
Okay, so going off of what Ms. Hamilton was just talking about, the takeaway, you guys will actually not just be watching us prep food and meals, you'll actually get a chance to create it yourself. The school will be supplying you with a cooler and 2 ice packs in it, and you can come by and pick it up, and it'll have all the ingredients you need to do. So it won't be just you watching us over a camera, it'll be you interacting with us and following us along and asking us questions along the way. And that way you can also get a chance to create the meal and get a little bit more involved instead of just watching.
Yeah, so it's really neat what we're doing here. Last trimester, my students watched me with all my YouTube videos, and then if they had the opportunity to make the items at home, they would send pictures to me, along with what food safety and kitchen safety procedures they were following, what kitchen utensils they were using, and what cooking terminology they were using. This time, we're really excited. The school district is actually providing the food and all of the supplies. The only thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to come to school and pick up the supplies. Like Mr. Yerton said, we're supplying you a little miniature cooler, and we're supplying you the little ice packs. And we'll talk more about that next week. But this is a big deal for us. I'm so excited that you're actually going to be able to pick up supplies and make them at your house. Your parents are not going to have to buy the supplies. And that's a big, big thing for us, so we're really excited.
I think it'll make this class a lot more fun, too.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so, too. And I'm looking forward to us doing this. Like I said, there'll be times where myself or Mr. Yerton will be doing a couple of small, quick little demos on Zoom. We're also going to have some videos on my YouTube channel, and we'll be explaining about that just a little bit later at another time. But please keep in mind, in this classroom, in Culinary, you are going to be cooking. You're just going to be doing it at your house right now. But you're going to be getting all of your information through Zoom, those meetings, which are going, oh my gosh, yes. But we'll be doing demos like we said, and we're going to supply food for you like we said. We're trying to make it as fun and just a big teaching, learning opportunity for you. And we want you to have a great time.
So if you guys have any questions or concerns, just make sure to email Ms. Hamilton, and we'll try to get back to you as soon as we can. We really look forward to doing this. If you guys have any problems, we're going to try to find a way to make sure that you can always participate in the lab. And I really look forward to learning with you guys this year.
Happy cooking!